Hello everyone, welcome to part 14 of Laravel 8 API tutorial, and in this video we are going to again work on Laravel API authentication, and we are going to do this without passport package. So passport package is the main package that will help us in API authentication, but right now we are not going to use it. We are going to do it in a simple way without passport. Okay, so like authentication, what is the authentication exactly? Laravel API authentication helps the user to register and log in the secure way. Okay, so in last video we have seen that we have secure Laravel API without user authentication. You have seen that, but now this time we are going to use the user authentication, but without the passport package. Okay, so in this video we are going to work on the Laravel register API, in which we are going to register the user with name, email and password, and along with the authorization token. Okay, so the authorization token once again we will use, and we will save in our users table for every user. Okay, so one column I am going to add in this video. Okay, I'm going to add that API token column here. After remember token, I will add API underscore token column, in which we are going to store the token for every user. Okay, so that token is helpful for the app developer. We will pass that token every time when the user will log in, user will register to the app, then we will pass that token, and that will help us help the app developer for the future API calls. Okay, for the all the auth APIs that we are going to use, like my account, profile. Okay, so see the basic authentication that we are going to use here for login and register, and you need to understand this concept, because when we have done that Laravel e-commerce website. Okay, so in that website you have seen, I'm going to open that website, stackdevelopers.in. Okay, so in that website we have seen that we able to use the default authentication, default Laravel authentication to login and register the user. Okay, so here we are using the default auth provided by the Laravel, but in API we are going to use this custom authorization that we are going to work on, and one is the passport authentication. Passport authentication we are going to do in future videos. That is the standard. Okay, but that we will do later on in future videos. Along with passport, there are other packages as well available in Laravel that we will also see later on. Okay, but the first of all we will see the basic authentication, basic user authentication. Suppose this is our Android app. Okay, so here the user is going to register with his name, mobile, email and password. So every time when user is registered, we are going to generate one token for the user. Okay, so it's the responsibility of the backend developer, like Laravel developer, that if the Laravel is used as the backend. So we are going to generate one token for every user, and we will store in our table. So I am going to add one column here. Okay, you can add the column with migration also, but I am going to save the time. I am going to add the column here simply like this. Okay, for the first time I am adding like this, but you can use the migration. I am going to make it like API token. Okay, API token, and I am going to take the varchar. Okay, so this one. So so every time when user register or login, suppose the user will register from here, so along with these details we are also going to store the API token, unique API token for the user. Okay, so and every time when user login, we are going to generate the new token and replace the old token with the new token. Okay, so that token will remain there up till when user not logged out, up till logged out. Okay, so if the user is logged in, we are going to use that token for the all the operation that user can do after login. Okay, like placing the order, adding product in cart, and assessing the my account, assessing the my profile, all the apps, all the APIs that require the authentication. So all for all those APIs we are going to use that token. So that's why token is required in every API, every e-commerce API, every e-commerce app. Okay, so this is a kind of e-commerce app, you know about it. Okay, so we are going to use that token. I hope that that is little bit clear to you. Okay, so now see, we are going to work on the register API, like we have earlier worked on the add a user API. So it is similar, register API is similar to this one. So I will simply copy, so no, I will create new one. So here I am going to make like one more post API. Okay, I will make it like register API. Register API is our post API itself. Okay, so here we are going to register user with the API token as well. Okay, so here I am going to add post. So here I am going to make it like register user. So here API controller we are going to use, and here we are going to register. I will make the function like register user. Okay, so in API controller I am going to create this function API controller, and here we are going to create this function like add users. We are going to create this function here. Okay, so no issue, I will first add our own public function here register user. Okay, so see, this is the post API. So we have the data here, we have the name, email, password from the user that the user will fill in Android app, okay, in mobile app, and API will help us to store that data in our database, in our users table. So here we are going to use that if $request request is method post, data will come as post is method post. So the data will come up here, $user data $request, and then input. Okay, so we will get the data here. First of all, we will check the data is coming here. Okay, $user data. Okay, so I am going to check here. So let's see, I am going to use Postman once again. So here I am going to use the post API. We can use this one, and here register user, and I am going to use the body form data, and here we will add name, email, and password. See, token we are going to generate in our API itself. Okay, in our code, in our queries. So here we are going to send Amit. Okay, so any email we can send here, yorkmail.com, and here can set password 123456. Okay, click on send. See, here is some error is coming. Okay, no issue. View in console. What error is coming exactly? 8000 API. We are running the Laravel or not? I am not thinking that we are running the Laravel. We need to run our Laravel project. Okay, so I missed to run it. You have to run your Laravel project. PHP artisan serve. Okay, if you are in Windows, you know how to run your Laravel project. Okay, so here I'm going to click on send once again. Now it seems to be fine. Close this one, and now see the output is coming fine. Okay, so we have the output here. So now we can continue here. So see, now we can add the user with the API token. First of all, we are going to generate the API token. Okay, unique API token generate unique API token. Okay, or we also call it access token. Okay, we also call it access token or API token, anything you can call it. Okay, so generate unique access token here. We can we will give like this API like this. Okay, so now here I'm going to do like dollar API token. We can do like this API token, and here we will use the str method to generate the random string. Okay, we will generate like this. So for str we need to add the header. Okay, so don't forget to add the header for the str, and that will be like sport and str. Okay, so this header we need to include. So go down, and here, okay, so here we have the API token, and after that we are going to register the user along with the API token, and we know how to save the data. We will get $user equal to new user. Okay, user model we are having, then $user name, $user data name we will get from the app. Okay, okay, we are going to do like this. Then after that email, and after that password we are going to decrypt as well, because it will go as hash string in Laravel, only then it will work. After password we will send the API token. This column we have added, and this API token we have generated. So this API token we are going to save in our user table for every user. Okay, and then we are going to save the user, means we are going to insert the user. Okay, so after inserting the user we will send the response as success. So we will do like the JSON, and after that we are going to send here status. We will send the status as true. Okay, and see message also we are going to send message. See message, we can send this same message, user registered successfully. Okay, so the message we are going to send here like user registered successfully. Okay, along with 201 HTTP status code. Okay, for adding the user. Okay, so now we can try once. See, there are validation we need to add for this register API, but we will first check without validation, and here we are going to test it. I am going to click on send, and see user registered successfully, and we are going to check in users table that this entry has come up there along with the API token. But here we also need to pass the API token, that we will also pass, don't worry, because only then the app developer can use that API token for further APIs. Okay, so see, the API token has come up as well. Okay, so this API token we are saving along with the other details, but this API token we also required in response, so we will send the API token as well. But along with that we also need to validate our register API. So that is also required. So some of the rules for name, email and password we need to add. Some of the rules we have done earlier also too many times, so I think there must be no issue as at all. We will use the same rules that we have done earlier. Rule for name, rule for email, rule for password. We have the custom message for all these rules as well, so you can use these rules. Okay, so I'm going to simply copy this one like this, and these all will work here as well. Okay, so if you don't know how to add the validation, how to add these validation with the validator class that we have used, these Laravel validation, then you need to go back to the series and you need to check the validation videos, because we have studied this one very deeply. Okay, so we are not going to study once again in this API. So I assume that you have already watched those earlier videos, and so that we can apply the validation. Okay, so now if you will try the validation, see, without anything, then it will show you the error. But here one more thing we need to do. See here, we need to see, after at the time of registering the user, we need to make sure the email is unique. Okay, so that is fine. I think email must be unique. Okay, so so here we are going to try once. Okay, let's see. If I am going to click on send again, then see, it is saying email already exists in database, so that is fine. Okay, so the validation is working fine, email already exists in database, you can't able to register with the same email again. Okay, and if you will miss any entry, then it will also ask you to enter the details, like name is required and email already exists in database. Okay, so the validations are working fine here. You can use this validation. Okay, Laravel validation rules and everything is seems to be working fine. Okay, so for only for new user, now for new email it will work fine, and for that I am going to send the token in response as well. Okay, so we are going to send the token in response here. This is our where it is here, it is register user. Okay, so here I am going to do like this, so that it will be more clear. Status, message, and after that there is token $API token, like this. Fine, it is. So we are going to send the token as well. So let's see. I'm going to register with new user here, click on send, and see, the token is also going. Okay, so this token can be used by the front end developer, by the app developer. Okay, who can use this token for further API calls. Okay, for the further API calls after login. Okay, not before login, after login, like my account, add to cart and all. Okay, so this token can be used. We will not use the email. Okay, we will use the token in APIs. We will use the token in app, because token is the more secure. And in upcoming videos we are going to use the passport package, that is the more secure way to generate the token, and is the standard of Laravel. Okay, so but we are going to work on other APIs as well, login API without the passport, so that you will be aware of the basic things. Okay, so here you can also send the user details in response. If your app developer wants, then you can send the user details in response as well. Simple enough. Here you will send the user details array. Okay, you can put in array, and then you can send the user details as well as per the app requirement. Okay, so that thing you can do at your end as well. So I hope that this API is very much clear to you, and in next video we are going to work on the login API. Okay, login API with authorization token once again. Okay, and we will authenticate the user, so that so that the user can able to avail all the features of the app with after logging in, and the app developer able to use the token in all the API calls further on after login. Okay, so stay tuned for next video. That's all for now. Have a nice time. Goodbye.